This is Capcom Classics Collection on the PS2, an excellent retro compilation. It's basically a load of old school Capcom arcade games ranging from 1984 to 1982. You've got 22 of them, and you can see them all there. Some of the games they're mainly 2D shooters and fighters, beat 'em ups, whatever. You've got games like 1942, 1943, Final Fight, Ghosts and Goblins, Ghouls and Ghosts, Pirate Ship, Higemaru or Higemaru or whatever. That's a favourite of mine. The Street Fighter games, a lot of good games on this. There's the disc and the manual. This is the out of all the retro compilations that I've played, this is my favourite one. I think it's really great, and a lot of people do say that it's one of the best. It's not too expensive on eBay. You can see. Just move this out of the way. See, the manual will give you, obviously it will give you like brief descriptions of the games, otherwise it would have to be realistic. You can see just a little bit of information and the buttons and whatever. It came out in 2004. So yeah, let's take a look at Capcom Classics Collection. So on the menu for each of the games, you have the choice of bonus, options and high scores. Obviously if you go into high scores, it will tell you your best scores for that game. Bonus, you can look at artwork, you can listen to music, you can see the cast, you can read about the history, but you've got to unlock each of these things by doing certain achievements in the game, like getting a really good a particular high score, or reaching a particular level or whatever. So that's a good feature. It brings more longevity into the games. If you choose options, that will let you change the game's settings. And a really interesting feature is that on some of the games it has sound remix, and if you put that to on, when you play the game it will play a new version of the game music while you're playing it. So that's really cool. Let's try 1943. This is an excellent 2D shooter. Unlike 1942, you have a health bar on this, so you know if you get hit once you won't die. Of course, you need to hit all the red planes to get a power up. I only paid £4 for Capcom Classics Collection, and I think just for this game on its own, it's well worth the money. Now, an interesting feature on this game is that you can actually shoot the power-ups and they'll spin around, and you can either, so you've got the choice in either using them to regain your health or as a weapon power-up, a different weapon or whatever. So yeah, great game, that one. Let's try Vulgus. This is Capcom's first ever game that they made. So it's really cool that they put that on this compilation, and it's a really good game as well. It's very hard, but very fun. Now I need to say that I'm not going to be doing well at any of these games that I'm showing at all, because for one, I've not played this compilation for over a month, and for another, for some reason, when I'm playing a game and I'm recording the footage as well, for some reason I just don't do that well. I don't know why. But yeah, it's a very simple 2D shooter. You have bombs in the bottom right of the screen, and it's when you collect a power up, it will give you another bomb, and it's best to use these when you have enemies in a row, so you can shoot the bomb straight through them and you get a much better scar. Now an interesting thing about this game is that the screen can also scroll from left to right, which I think is the first time it was ever introduced into a 2D shooter. You also have icons which you can pick up, and they have letters on them like an E or an S or whatever. I really don't know what they do. It doesn't explain anything in the instructions. Well, I do know that they seem to affect your score. They seem to make your score go up, but I don't really know what the letters mean. I don't, you know. But anyway, let's exit out of this and try something else. Super Ghouls and Ghosts. It's not bad, but it's extremely hard. Extremely hard. Just basically go around shooting zombies really, shooting monsters and whatever. You can double jump in this, which I don't think you can in the other Ghouls and Ghosts games. Correct me if I'm wrong. Like I was saying, these games, these Ghouls and Ghosts games, very difficult. If you put in enough practice, though, you can make you can start making some decent progress, but still very difficult. So that's enough of that. Now I'll show you a final fight. A scrolling beat 'em up. Quite a simple beat 'em up really. You can punch, kick and do a special move, and I think that's pretty much it really. There's a couple of other moves that you can do, but they're kind of difficult. But the thing I don't like about this game is that when you use up a continue, your score doesn't reset to 0, so it makes the game a lot less fun for trying to beat your high score. I mean, you can still try and beat your high score, you know, because of how your score will be at the very end. But you know, there's not really much incentive to play so well to not lose a continue, you know, because your score will just basically stay the same. Another great game on here is Legendary Wings, another 2D shooter. Most of the games on this compilation are 2D shooters. And again, like most of these old Capcom games, it's very difficult. You can collect power-ups. You need at least 2 to get the first power-up, which is like a double shot. You can also drop bombs as well by pressing the other button. You can see it's got a little target on the screen. Now that mouth, if you don't avoid it, it will suck you in and it will bring you onto like a side-scrolling level, which it's really difficult, and you'll probably just lose a bunch of lives on it, so it's not really worth going on there. And lastly, let's try Street Fighter 2 Hyper Fighting. Don't really know any of the moves on this because I don't really play the Street Fighter games on this. I mean, I really love 2D fighters, but the thing is that I don't have an arcade stick for the PS2, and I really don't want to have to try and play these with a controller. I'm used to using the arcade stick on the Dreamcast, and using an arcade stick for these sort of games, it's much better. You know, it's so much better for doing combos and whatever. It's a lot more easier to play the games. And I've noticed with this, it seems a lot faster than the other Street Fighter games. So I guess that's why it's called Hyper Fighting or whatever. But yeah, that's basically about it. That's Capcom Classics Collection. If you're into retro, old school arcade games, then I'd definitely recommend picking this up. You can get it for really cheap on eBay. A lot of people say this is one of the best retro compilations out there. So yeah, that's basically about it. I hope you have a great Christmas. I know I will. So yeah, take it easy.